everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing wonderful and you're having a wonderful day. These clips were filmed on February 6th on our way to Santa Fe. We were going to it's a vet slash adoption place. It's like the animal shelter in Santa Fe, and to pick up some cat food and dog food and cat litter. They give that stuff away every so often, like every 2 months or so. And we went to pick some up for our dog and our cats. And so that's where we're headed to in these clips. We live about 20-25 miles out of Santa Fe, so it's not too far of a drive. So here we are. We're on Interstate 25. I don't know if any of you have been out here through northern New Mexico, but we both grew up here. I was born about 40 minutes from here in Santa Fe in a town called Las Vegas, New Mexico. My husband was born in Nebraska, but he grew up in New Mexico. So we're actually in his hometown now. So yeah, I really enjoy this place. I've lived in Denver before. Me and my husband lived there for a while. I've lived in Albuquerque, but I do love this area where we live. I love my hometown. I love the area, just the whole thing. I love being there in my hometown. We're kind of at the edge of the mountains and the beginning of the plains. So it's beautiful. And out here where we're at now, we're more in the mountains. We're about 1,000 feet higher than my hometown. So we're sitting about, anywhere between like 7 to 7,400 feet, like 7,000, 7,400, somewhere around there. So it's really nice. I really enjoy it. I love all the evergreens out here, and just the look. We're like in a high desert, so it is dry. We are having a really dry winter this year. We are praying for snow because we really do need it, because a couple of years ago, I think I've shared this before, in 2022, at the beginning of 2022, there was a really bad fire in this area, and it really devastated a lot of people on the other side of the mountain of where we live right now, which is not that far from my hometown. It really affected them as well with the ash and the smoke, and a lot of people got sick, including my mom. I think made her sickness that she had worse as well. So, it's just it's scary to think that with this dry weather and things that can happen again. So we are praying for snow. So here we are in Santa Fe. This road here actually is one of the roads that takes us to Walmart, but we are not going to Walmart this time. We're actually going to be headed to a different street so we can get out to where the vet is at, which is on the other end of Santa Fe. And there's one of my favorite places, Savers, which I did go there later on in the day. So I will share probably some clips and a haul from there later on, either in this video or in a part 2, because this one is already a good amount of time long. So yeah, I really don't like driving in Santa Fe. Well, my husband's driving in this one, but I really don't like the Santa Fe driving. It's a lot of the roads there are smaller. It's really congested area, and we're on Cerrillos Road here, so it's where a lot of things, it's pretty much where I'm at a lot of the time, because every store that I enjoy going to is along that road, which is Sprouts and Savers, of course. There's a Goodwill on there that I go to. Go to Walmart. There's 2 Walmarts actually. They're kind of far from each other, but they're along that strip of road. And our favorite place where we have our lunch dates, which will be coming up later on, we go to Chili's, and we did that in this video as well. And here we're on the other end of Santa Fe. This is actually going out to where the vet is. So it's really nice out there. I love there's a mountain. I think that's where the ski resort is, Ski Santa Fe. It's up in that area, I believe. I've never been up there, so I don't know. But I think that's the area that I was recording at that time. So this is just, it has a more of a country feel out here. I really like it. It's really nice out here. It's just it's a lot flatter, in this area. Like, you have the mountains, but they're, pretty far out. But it's really nice. Excuse me. So this was just our trip, and we were out there mid-morning to pick that up. So it was nice. I really do like taking that time to go out and just spend time with my husband. And then I've shared before how I struggle with anxiety and panic attacks, and it's really hard for me to go places alone. So when I do, like I've talked about the artist dates, they're really hard for me to do by myself. Now I can't go to some places by myself, so I've been kind of pushing myself a little bit to go into like the thrift stores by myself and stuff like that. So what I did this time around, which I think those clips, like I said, will probably be in another video, is after we had lunch and then we went to walk at a park, which will come up in a few clips in a little bit. I dropped him off at the skate park that he likes to go to, and then I went to the Salvation Army thrift store that is directly across, and there he is. Yeah, I kind of dropped the camera there. We were at Chili's, and if you guys like skateboarding or anything like that, he has a channel. It's at Skate and Praise here on YouTube. So he just shares like his skate progression. He wants to give skateboards away. He has shared part of his testimony on there as well. So if you are interested in that, I will link that below. That store, I may actually slow that down later because they have a lot of cool things that they build outside. And this is on our way to the park that we're going to. It is called Harvey something, Rose Park. And the reason I wanted to go, and I guess it didn't really fully register in my head, there's not going to be roses now because we are in the winter. But when I was a senior in high school, my dad's dad, my grandpa, he was really sick. He had some triple bypass surgery, and after that it resulted in him having to have dialysis in Santa Fe every once in a while. And that's the park with the roses. I just kind of put a picture up there so you could kind of see what the roses look like. So here's our walk. But anyway, the reason I wanted to go there is it's a really nice park for one. And when my grandpa was going to the Christus St. Vincent Hospital there for dialysis, we would go over to that park afterwards, and we'd have lunch or we'd just hang out. And the roses are so pretty, and roses are my mom's favorite flower. So it's just a really nice park, really great memories there. Excuse me. So I wanted to go there. I hadn't been there in years. We've passed by, but I wanted to go there, and this tree is just amazing. I took some photos of it like that, and it was just amazing standing next to that tree. There we are. It's really hard for me to, I need a selfie stick or something because holding the phone out like that, my arms are not long enough to really get, how I want to get it. And it's not a huge park, but it's a decent sized. And I have seen people, doing watercolor paints. There's tables that you can have lunch at. There's benches around the area as well. You'll see some coming up later on when we get closer to that section of the park where the roses are at. They do have a water fountain as well. But it's really, really nice. It's a really nice area. And the sky was so blue yesterday out there. It was just beautiful. And they have such amazing trees, the evergreens, and they're so tall. I just love trees. That's one of my, I think that's why I love this area so much in the mountains out here, because I just love trees. Just standing next to them, just like, it's just amazing. And I love the sound of the rushing river. Hopefully soon I will be able to get out to the river, either out here where we're at, which is the Pecos River, as closest to us, or in my hometown, which would be the Gainas River goes through there. And then one of my favorite places to go was to the Mora River, which is where we used to camp out in Holman. I think that's the same river that goes through up there. So one of these days, hopefully I can get out there and kind of show you around. But now, of course, anything I film out in the Mora area, the Gainas area, it's going to be totally different because of the fires. It just really changed the landscape. It's going to take years for that to recover. I mean, people have lost so much, and It's still a beautiful area, and it is getting green and everything, but there's so many trees. There's trees that are still standing. There's a lot that have been blackened from the fire. So it's really devastating to go up there and see just how much it's changed. I mean, it might have been a year and a half ago. Me and my dad and my sister went up for a ride to Gainas. We used to go up there all the time for camping or just for picnics, and it was just so awful to see it. Like it doesn't even look the same at all. It looked like a totally different place. So, I just hopefully, I don't think I'll ever see it the way it was in my lifetime, but hopefully it will regain that beauty and things will grow again. So I'm praying for rain, for snow, all the great stuff that we need. And here we're getting a little closer to where the roses would be. And there was some amazing rose bushes. I don't know how old they are that are there. I know this park. I did record the part where it talks about the memorial, and I think I'm not sure when this park was built, but it's really beautiful when the roses are blooming. But just to see some of the rose bushes and the thorns on some of these, because I've seen like some rose bushes, like my parents have one, and my cousin's at my cousin's house there was a few as well, but I never really stopped to pay attention to what they looked like, really. I mean, I'd see the roses and everything, but I never really looked at the actual bush, just especially now that all the roses are gone. I think I do get a close-up of one of them that was just amazing how thick those thorns were. It was crazy to me, like how thick they get on there. And I'm hoping one day to plant some roses out here, or maybe at my parents' house, plant some more roses, because they do have one rose bush that my Theo had given them, and there's little red roses, those ones. I'm not sure what type of rose it is, but they're beautiful. But here, I think it's coming up, this one here. Look at that. I was just amazed by it, how thick the thorns get. I guess I just never realized that, how they looked. When we're younger, we don't really pay attention. And now it's interesting what I pay attention to. There's that age, I think, that you start bird watching and maybe getting more into what the flowers and the rose bushes and the trees and things look like. And they usually do have water in that, I think, during the spring and summer. I'm not sure when they, I don't know when they empty it. Geez, really losing my words here. But it is, there's two people there, I think, and I think it is called the Harvey Cornell, I think is what it is. I know I put it on there earlier, and I don't even remember what it said. It passed by me too fast. Cornell. There we go. So, and of course, it was so funny because we were going to walk up these stairs here. My husband's like, I can do the 3-stair skateboarding trick. I don't know what, ollie off of it, I think is what it is. I don't know. I don't know if they allow skateboarding there, but if he could do it, I will film that. We saw some flyers. I think this was for some counseling that they had out there. One of my next trips that I want to take, or maybe not trips, but go into Santa Fe and go to all the little free libraries and just check them out, because I believe there's a map that has where you can find them, because we did pass by one when we went out to this park, but on our way back to our way in to Santa Fe to the skate park, we didn't pass by it again. It was on the other end. So hopefully next time I'll be able to do that and kind of show you around. And one of my plans is to do that in Las Vegas, because I have a box of books, which are, I don't know, I think a lot of them are the love-inspired books, some of them are the mystery ones, some of them are the romance. And I think that's pretty much all that I've got. I don't know if you guys read those, or the smaller books. So a lot of them are faith-based, and they're clean romance and all that. And I have a box full, because I used to collect them. I've read them all, and I had lent it to my sister. She gave them back to me. And I'm thinking I may just go fill up some of the free libraries in my hometown of Las Vegas, because they have about, I know of 5 of them maybe. So there might be 8 or 9 of them, because I know there's a few. He's being silly. A few that I can go fill up, and I'll take you guys along with me on that trip as well. So we're leaving the park, and there's a skate park. Well, that's the park for the kids and stuff. There's a big park on one end, there's a baseball field on the other, and there's a school behind it on the other side. And this is like just the middle of the park, and then the skate park is coming up. So that was our trip. I don't know if I get anything of the skate park. I did get some clips of my husband skating, which I might put in here at the end, so I can show some of what he did yesterday. But we do them in short form, so it's going to look a little different than this one. But that was our trip to Santa Fe. All right, here is something I filmed of him skating, and I will see you guys in the next one. God bless you. Bye.